Welcome back to another episode of In the End There's Always a Disney Guy. Before we get into today's episode, make sure you go to DisneyGuy.com. Check out all my socials. It's on my site, and check out my new, well, not my new, but my current series that you're currently listening to. In the end, there's always a Disney Guide. Um, and make sure you subscribe to my blog too. I almost forgot. But let's get into today's episode today, what we're gonna be talking about is I want y'all to get ready. Y'all know what we finna talk about? We finna talk about Marvel, y'all. Come on. Y'all already know. So I've been watching today a couple of videos. Well, we're gonna be talking about two things actually. We're gonna be talking about two comparisons. We're gonna talk about Marvel and DC. So I want to talk about two movies in specific. We're going to talk about the new, you guys know, Zack Snyder's Justice League cut of the movie, the four-hour film. And then we're going to also talk about Avengers Endgame, the 4-hour film. So there's a lot of similarities between the films. I don't know if you guys noticed, but, one, because of the plots, as you know, in Infinity War, Thanos snaps his hands and wipes out half the universe. So when he does this, everybody's gone. In Endgame, we just basically pick off the events of Infinity War, and and basically the Avengers trying to find a solution to how this happened. Now, this is what the difference between this and Zack Snyder is that when the Flash, you remember that thing when the Flash had to run as fast as he could to get to Cyborg, to touch him or whatever, to bring electricity to him so he could extract the motherboards from connecting. So instead of him actually doing that, because Flash got shot, he stopped and the motherboards didn't extract and they actually unified. And then Darkseid came. But Flash broke his rule and went back in time, reversed everything to stop that from happening after Cyborg saw his vision. But then this connects to Infinity War because it's basically it's not the same, but in the different events that happened, the similar thing is that when because you expect the Avengers to win every time, since they lost, just like the Flash lost in Zack Snyder's cut, the Avengers, well, Tony individually created a time machine to go back in time to get all the Infinity Stones and undo what Thanos did, basically. So that's the similarity, if you guys didn't know. Now, this is what I wanted to know. Why does all six stones have to be used to destroy half the universe? It says there are six stones. Space, power, time, mind, reality. In order to eliminate half the universe, he only needs the reality and power stones, assuming it also amplifies the other stones, like in the comics. But he would also need either the mind stone or the soul stone in order to know how many people he is killing. Let's see. Why do this okay, no. Okay. Why didn't Thanos use the stones more? It says here it is. Why does Thanos need all six stones? The power of the Infinity Stones get amplified several times when all of them are together. So he needed all six of them to wipe out half the universe with the snap of his fingers. This act of his drew out so much power that the gauntlet itself wasn't able to sustain it. Um why is all six stones needed? I should have said, why is all six stones needed to destroy half the universe? Okay, because honestly, Marvel is actually it's centered around it's centered around the Infinity Stones. It was something else that it said. Okay, now I'm going to explain it. This is why he needs all six stones, because I know people are probably wondering, why did Thanos need all six stones to destroy half? I'm going to explain this in the most descriptive way, but in a way that you would understand. The Mind Stone is actually the first trigger. It acts as the conduit between the user's mind and the rest of the Infinity Stones. Thanos thinks about his wish because his wish is to wipe out half of life in the universe, and it is recognized by the Mind Stone, after which it connects to the other Mind Stones, Mind Stone, after which it connects to the other stones, and then, after getting the signal from the Mind Stone of Thanos' goals, the Soul Stone will try to locate half of the living beings in the universe. It will mark the souls all individuals who are going to be wiped out, but it can't erase them from existing just yet, as the universe is so vast. And having just the mind stones are the mind and soul stones aren't enough. In order for Thanos to wish to encompass the entire universe, the third Infinity Stone enters the spotlight, which is the Space Stone. With this, it can effectively expand and reach to the entire universe, ready to execute Thanos' will. Now, the Reality Stone will obviously make Thanos' goal real. That means with the help of this stone, the wiping out of half the universe will not just be temporary, but an alternate reality. Temporary alternate reality, but a real and permanent one. Unfortunately, even with four stones on hand, its power output is still not strong enough to have this great feat be realized. And so we can call on the Power Stone. The Power Stone enhances the potential raw power and energy output not only of its user but also all of the other stones, making something universe in scale an easy feat. With the Power Stone attached and activated, the previous four stones will have enough energy to have Thanos get what he wants. After that, what we seal the deal with the Time Stone. One last push from the Time Stone completes the process. This ensures that once Thanos snaps, the command will be recognized by the stones and be executed immediately in no time at all. It also ensures that this feat is permanent and that there is no going back in time afterwards. It also acts as a fail safe, allowing Thanos to undo this command if he wishes so. As for having only the reality and power stones, I'm assuming that using both stones is only power enough to cover around a fourth of the entire universe at most. So if Thanos uses only two, he'll wipe out a half quarter of the universe only, and that's not enough. So that's why all of the Infinity Stones were needed. And it seems like Marvel has been definitely wrapping itself around these Infinity Stones, but really one in particular. And that's the Reality Stone. Everybody knows that the Reality Stone is the most powerful stone. And that's honestly the main storyline. What most of what's happening in 2021 is reflecting on this Reality Stone. Now, if you don't know what the Reality Stone is able to do, it's able to change the way things look and feel. It's able to change really every and anything. It changes the laws of physics. Like in our reality, 2 plus 2 is 4. But let's say like Wanda, a powerful human being, let's say she wants to alternate reality and create her own. In her reality or in her world that she created it or however she wanted to be, 2 plus 2 could equal 8 or 2 plus 2 could equal 6 because that's her reality. Every alternate reality has some sort of alternate alternate thing or anything. That's what makes the reality stone the most powerful. And not only that, you can create with the reality stone, like what we saw with Wanda. We saw how when Wanda was able, when she released all that magic out of her, the first time she released the magic, that was basically her reality power. I know it's chaos, called chaos magic, but when she first released that ocular energy that came out of her and that glowing red magic, that was reality. that she was releasing. She was creating this reality place, which you saw, which was the house that she built, that she was in. Now, when she released that second energy, after she created the house, that energy was what built the force field around the town, that covered the town. And after she created the force field of her town and her city that she wanted to control, that's when she created Vision. And Vision was created with the reality as well. And that's why anyone who went inside the portal had a hard time going through, or when they did go on the other side, or made it to the other side like Monica did, they changed with the reality, because the way she created the reality is she made it a sitcom. Meaning anyone who enters or anyone she brings inside of it will change to fit the reality. And I know it's a lot, but yeah, that's why Wanda is the most powerful human being. And let's search up, why is reality the most powerful gem? It says it right here. Because the reality gem, or the reality stone, can create a vast network of changes to the plane of existence. It's definitely one of the most powerful of the gems in existence. How powerful is the reality stone? The reality stone's power is such that it can affect reality on a universal scale. Had Malekith succeeded in either or his attempts to use the stone's power, the entire universe would have been covered in dark matter. Because one thing reality does is because everything is made out of matter, reality can change anything. Like, did you see how when Wanda in episode 6, when she expanded the portal, and because she was trying to save Vision, soon as the portal started expanding, or the field, the outfield, or the force field, soon as it started expanding, everything that went inside of that force field, or as it expanded, it fit the reality. So on the other side where the trees were at, as the field was expanding, the trees turned into, what was it, those things, those light poles. Everything was turning and changing as the reality portal was expanding. So that's why reality is one of the most powerfulest gem, because it's like magic on autopilot, like Attica said. When you're inside of something, or inside of reality, you're everything about you, because but your body is technically made out of matter. So everything in it changes. The way everything looks, it changes, and it's real. It's not an illusion, like one of those little mind wiggly woos that Wanda used to do with her hands in Avengers Age of Ultron. Her powers have grown and expanded, and that's why she's gotten as powerful as she has gotten. Um, and yeah, and I don't know if you guys notice, but everything that is happening in the Marvel universe is starting to tell towards what is happening in the comics. And I've been watching videos about, certain things that are, basically pertaining off the comics. It's scary because one of the videos said that there could be a Dark Avengers. you know I have to show you guys that video, but it basically explains what most likely is to come. But Marvel is definitely going off the comics. It's all of it. Like, it's the way Kevin is being really smart about it. This phase 4 plan is entering us into something that we probably will not even expect. And Doctor Strange 2 will definitely get into that. So I know for a fact, I know for a fact, once Doctor Strange come out, I know we'll probably all be surprised. But Kevin, the president of the company of Marvel. He's going about this very smartly, very smartly. He's definitely not playing when it comes to this. And the way he's with starting it off with WandaVision was amazing. Even in the comics predicted that the comics said that that Sam was gonna become the new Captain America. And Captain America's buddy, the man that said in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I forgot what episode it was, but he said, "What about your wings?" And the Falcon said, "Keep them." He most likely is going to become the new Falcon, because now that Falcon has taken off, well, I should say the actual Captain America now has taken off, Steve's role. It's like, it's just basically following off it's definitely following, what I will say is that this show is definitely, it's going off of it's going off of the comics. I mean, it's gonna be all revealed soon, and I know this is probably a lot for you, but it's gonna be revealed soon enough in time. I know for a fact it will, but it's all being done off the comics. I'm letting you guys know right now. It's all being done off the comics. I know it may seem like a lot right now, but soon enough you guys will definitely understand it and get it. That's why Kevin started off with, series, because like Anthony Mackie said, if they would have did it in movies for these series, I mean the movies will be 6 hours long. Or instead of making movie after movie after movie, you could put it all in one series, which was very smart, like he did with WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Because if they would have put Falcon and the Winter Soldier into movies, that'd be 6 hours of movies. Like, that's a waste of time when you could just put it all up in a series, which was very smart. And then the next upcoming is Loki, so we don't know what to expect. Um, that they don't know what to expect when it comes to as far as for this series. Now, stuff is for like Doctor Strange. That's why Kevin created this series WandaVision. It's to prepare us for what's going to happen in Doctor Strange. Because I'm pretty sure when Wanda heard her kids scream, Wanda must have did something to the multiverse. We don't know what she's done, but she's done something. We can definitely say that she's done something. Um, but what I will say is that I know it may seem like a lot now, like I said, but soon enough, we'll definitely understand it. It'll definitely become clear soon, I will say. Is what I'll say. But yeah, thank you guys for listening in to today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe, follow this podcast on both, Google and Spotify, of course. And yeah, make sure you go subscribe to my YouTube sites, my YouTube channel. Um, and yeah, thank you guys for listening in for this episode. I love you guys so much. Bye bye, guys.